Howdy all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my Rich Bowl running back career mode where today we are going up against Oklahoma in the SEC championship game. Let's go ahead and hop in here against number 1 ranked Oklahoma, who are 8-0 in conference, 11-1 overall. We're 7-1 in conference, 10-2 overall. For some reason we get the home field advantage. Oklahoma's going to be in their alternate ways. We're going to be in our standard homes. Let's get into it. We're number 14th ranked. So a huge game for us here that could decide a lot in terms of if we make the playoffs in general, but where we'd be seated. So now we run it with McLean for a 1-yard gain there. I think no matter what, after this week, he would get another game. We'll take off here with Pacheco, who slides for a 5-yard gain. But I think to ensure a playoff appearance, we would need a win today. Pacheco will get 5 yards there before stepping out of bounds. Now we run it with McLean for a loss of 1. Going to go back on the ground here with him. He's going to give us a 9-yard run, giving us a 3rd and 2. We'll go back to him on the ground. He's going to get the 2 yards, and only the 2 yards that we need for the new set of downs. We're going to hit Bowles in Oklahoma territory, who gets a 9-yard gain. Getting us solidly in there. Now we'll run it with McLean, who gets 4 yards, getting us a new set of downs. Once again, we'll go back to Bowles. They're going to keep leaving him open. We're going to keep finding him. He gets 13 yards there. Another first down. Going to look for Matlock here. He's going to find his way open and get a 15-yard gain down inside the red zone. So now we'll run it with McLean, who's going to gain half a yard. Now through the air to Matlock. He's going to get in for a 14-yard receiving touchdown. Vanderbilt strikes first against Oklahoma. And we'll kick the PAT, and it's good by Pierce. We lead 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we hold Oklahoma to a punt. McLean there with a 9-yard run off the bat. And now we'll find Sal open for a 17-yard gain before getting pushed out of bounds. He had more in the tank, too. We'll go to Bowles here, who will get 7 yards down at the 50-yard line. Now we're going to run it with McLean, who's going to fumble. But Sal's going to be there to recover. McLean's first fumble and first mistake in quite some time. We're going to go back to him on the next play. He's going to lose about half a yard. Or maybe he got down at the line of scrimmage. We're going to go for him there for the first down. Eight yards there by Sal before stepping out of bounds. Now we'll look back to Sal deep. He's going to get 15 yards down just outside the red zone. On the ground here with McLean, he's going to break through, get a 3-yard run, getting us inside the red zone. Now he will gain 1 yard there through the air. They were ready for him. Nine yards there by McLean gets us down at the 7-yard line with 11 seconds left. We called our first timeout. Now we'll go back to him through the air. He's going to get in for an 8-yard receiving touchdown, putting us up 14-0 with 6 seconds remaining in the half. We're going to go into halftime with that lead. Now Oklahoma with the ball. And we have an interception. We'll get 4 yards there on the ground with McLean. And now we'll gain half a yard there, bringing up a 3rd and medium. We'll connect with Matlock and get the first down, and 11 yards is the gain. To Bowles now through the air. He gets 11 yards, getting us another first down. To McLean on the ground. He's going to gain 1 yard. He gets 4 yards this time. Now we'll go back to him on 3rd and 4 on the ground. He's going to gain exactly 4 yards. As the third quarter expires, we'll have a new set of downs. Down falls incomplete, looking for Matlock. Now it's second and 10. We'll shoot it to Matlock, who will get us inside Oklahoma territory. With a great game there. On the ground here with McLean. He'll gain half a yard. Now back to Matlock, who gets 6 yards for getting pushed out of bounds. 4 yards there by McLean through the air. And it will not be enough for the first down. We're going to run the QB keeper. He gains 2 yards, getting us that first down. We're going to run it with McLean here, who gains 2 yards. 1:09 remaining. We'll toss it down to McLean, getting inside the red zone, getting 7 yards down at the 16-yard line. 3rd and inches, we're going to run it with him. He'll have a 9-yard run, staying in bounds, down inside the 10. He'll only gain 1 yard there. I want to score on the ground with him. Oh, but he'll lose a yard there, bringing up a 3rd and goal with 31 seconds remaining. I'm not trying to run down the clock. I think we're fine, but he'll only gain 1 yard there. We're going to have to go through the air to reach the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. Oklahoma holds strong, but we will stop an opponent from scoring, and we are going to be the SEC champions here. So there's a look at the team that won it all. We win $5,000 for being the SEC champion, and we move up to being ranked 9th as Oklahoma only drops down to 2nd. And Kentucky retakes 1st. We beat Kentucky, and that puts us in the positives at +8. Alabama beat Prairie View 36-18. Sunbelt, Marshall beat Southern Alabama 43-27. Mountain, Colorado State beat San Diego State 33-30. And the MAC, Miami of Ohio beat Kent State 24-15. In the Central USA, Middle Tennessee beat LA Tech 51-22. In the Big 12, Arizona State beat Texas Tech 48-39. In the Big 10, UCLA beat Illinois 33-27. In the ACC, Boston College beat Georgia Tech 40-36. In the America, Alabama beat Temple 51-39. Going to praise our fans there. And looking at McLean's condition, we're going to... Yeah, let's make sure he is yearbooked. Okay. That happening. Let's actually have a meeting with him. And let's boost his condition. Just to stay safe. And I'm guessing we're going to be in this. So let's go ahead and skip through all this. Okay, so in the first round of the postseason, what's that? Glasgow and Washington. Washington wins. We'll go on to face Marshall in the Lilac Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and fix all the bowl names for next episode. Kentucky versus, who are we facing? Kansas. Kansas comes up on top on that one. And that's who we'll be facing in the Wool Bowl. Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech will come out on top and will face Boston College in the Spice Bowl. And Oklahoma beat MTSU, Michigan State University, I don't know. And we'll go on to play in the Tangerine Bowl. So next episode, we're going to be playing in the Wool Bowl against Kansas. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. Goodbye.